Alright, today's adventure is going to be a little detour. We're going to do some sightseeing, a little hiking, and we're going to Sugarloaf Peak, otherwise known as Dome Rock, just outside the town of Quartzsite. Here it is on the map, so you get a general idea kind of where it's at. And there we go. Right, friends, our destination's that dome there. I don't think we're going to make it. This road is really designed for four-wheel drive, and it's not that the car can't handle the traction and the torque, it's the divot and the low clearance it's presenting problems. So I just stopped right here and looked out, found this nice piece of quartz with some red staining in there, so I'll just do some rock hounding out here. The great thing about having to turn around is I'm going really slow, so I can window shop for all the rocks before I stop to get out. See what looks good. Mostly looking for the white quartz to tumble and give those away. That's fun. There's a big pile of somebody smashed up. I have to investigate that. Yeah, this one's not too bad. According to Google, this is a teddy bear cholla cactus. Never seen one of these. Pretty neat. And some more of the cactuses you generally like to see in Arizona. Here's a neat little piece we found with some calcite crystals on there. Also found this really nice piece of quartz. You could see where it was cleaved and growth of things are happening there. Another interesting piece. I'm in this little wash right here. Find all kinds of good stuff. This cactus, even though it's kind of beaten up, it's at least 20 feet tall. It's very cool. Proportions. Beautiful. This rock's interesting. You can see the layers of cracking and heating and cooling, and how it just splits the rock. Easily separated. Well, that one's not pretty easy. Kind of neat. It's got a little bit of purple to it. I haven't really seen that out here in the desert. It's unique. This guy, it's like a bluish reddish quartz. Kind of neat. So this is a really neat formation on its way up this volcanic hill. You can see these steps. And you look at how these rocks formed, pointing straight up. You see it on the desert floor too. So wow, what an amazing feature of geology. Of course, what Jesus made. Still very incredible. You can see, you can follow the seam all the way down. Wow, this is awesome. I've never seen anything like this. And it's almost like there's steps up to this hilltop formed by these volcanic rocks that were formed in thin little layers. You can see they just pop right out. It's like somebody made these little steps for us. It's a little bit of a controversy. So if you saw my video with where I was digging through the petrified wood, I found a piece that had druzy on it, and I made a comment that upset some people. So let's look here. Two very similar rocks, almost identical. This one's cleaved off and broke fairly recently. We can tell why, because it's sitting there. Here's the piece that cleaved off, and we can see it also has druzy. Now there's not druzy anywhere else on the top of this rock except for where it cleaved. So just using observational science, we can't observe it, test it, repeat it, but we can make an educated guess as to say the outside of this rock has no other druzy anywhere except where the cleavage happened. Cleavage happened fairly recently, we can tell, because it's laying right next to it still. We have the evidence to point that happened, and we have the druzy here, exposing the internal elements to whatever moisture they had. They had a rain here about a year ago, so knowing that the last heavy rain they had was a year ago, that probably put down that information, the silica rich material, to create the druzy. That's it. Very good educated guess. This druzy is not 1,000,000 years old, as proved by the cleavage point that's happened right next to it. So that was all the point I was trying to make in the petrified wood thing, is that if we can't observe it ourselves, we can use common sense educated guess. Wind noises, very windy out here, but look at this nice formation. So you can just see it runs from there all the way across across this hilltop. Pretty fascinating stuff. If anybody's a geology major, here's a giant section of it near the top of this hill. And it goes probably 25-30 yards around that way. You can just see the uplift and the angle of this. In fact, this is probably the easiest hill I've ever climbed because it was like someone paved it with these flat stones and they made these steps. Wow. And you can see way over there is the BLM land where we slept last night. Another good example of the top of this hill, you can see how the layers were formed by the lava flow, the ash flow, whatever it is. There's another one. You can look down in there and see the pit. Sorry about the wind, I'm trying to block it. It's super windy. I apologize for the noise. Look at that. It's pretty cool. And my car is, there's a van going towards it. Before the wind picks up, just want to do a quick recap of what I found. Found some different stuff. It's only just white quartz, but at the top of this mountain you can see these quartz crystals there. And this guy, ow, it's really sharp. I'm most excited about. It's got either smoky quartz or some kind of rutile on the top there. That's pretty neat. And this is just a piece of that shale, but it looks like a, I don't know, just has a design shape to it. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then this rock was neat in the fact that there's a bunch of them. They just form, they sit this way, and the iron makes up like a circle on the inside of the rock with a layer. So there you have it, friends, from the top of this little hill. Never made it to there because the roads, my car's not good enough. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more great content. Thank you so much, and God bless you.